Welcome to Sterling High School. I'm Jarod Claybourn, joined by Mrs. Kristin Irace, our Media Center Specialist. Today is Thursday, the 21st of January, 2021, and we just have some exciting things to tell you about the Media Center. Before we get to that, Mrs. Irace, how are you and your family doing?
We're doing really well. My kids are tearing up the house, but beyond that, things have really been awesome at our house.
Very good. Good to hear. Okay, so we're going to dive into the Media Center in a moment, but before we do that, just a couple reminders. So first off, next week is the end of the semester one. So we're going to have a Blue Day on Monday, the 25th. But then on Tuesday, the 26th, it's going to be an asynchronous day for most students except for the juniors. Juniors, it's a PSAT day on Tuesday, the 26th. So all juniors are asked to come in on campus. We are going to be socially distancing, safely taking that PSAT test, which helps satisfy a grad requirement when you become a senior. And that's obviously great practice for the SATs. That's a commitment of the district to provide that for you. So that's all juniors on Tuesday, the 26th, should be in person. Everyone else is going to be asynchronous. It's a chance to finish up all of your work for semester one. So make sure you are communicating with your teachers about what will happen on Tuesday, the 26th, but there is no live instruction on that day. Then the 27th, Wednesday, is our semester break day. That's designed and set aside for the teachers. They have just a few little PD opportunities, but it's mainly to finalize the semester one and prepare for semester two. And that brings us to semester two is on Thursday, the 28th. So we'll start with Blue Day, semester two, on Thursday, the 28th. Now, going into the second semester, if you are interested in making a change to your cohort, whether you were fully remote and you want to start coming in 2 days, or potentially you want to go from 2 to 4 days, you can make that request. We are identifying each student and all of their classes to ensure that we do not go over our limit on what is socially safe, and so the guidance counselors are going to do that. So if you want to request to come in for additional time, or to the max of 4 days, that request goes directly to your guidance counselor. So all requests for the cohort change goes to guidance counselors, and they will help that, but it's going to depend on every single one of the classes that your student has to make sure they are not going over any of the social requirements so that we maintain that safety in the classroom. So get that done ASAP, because we have had requests, and we're only going to take them by request and until we fill up. Other exciting thing is basketball has begun, meeting again all requirements by the state and local and the NJSIAA. Shout out to Mr. Manlove. Great to see our coaches, Ms. McDonald, Coach Barringer on the court, but I especially want to make sure that you guys are tuning in. So unfortunately, spectators cannot come during this winter season to see, but Channel 19 is there for you, and our Board of Education has been continuing to invest in improving that program. Our tech team has done it fantastic. Maintenance is helping support them, and they are giving you a picture of your athletes like you've never seen before. So please plan to tune in to Channel 19 to see the events, our winter basketball. So they have another scrimmage today, and then the seasonal kickoff next week, and it's very simple to connect to them. Go to our website, click on that TV 19. It's going to take you right to TV 19's YouTube, and we're live broadcasting our events. It's fantastic. So thank you, Mr. K, and your team for everything you're doing with that. All right, so wanted to bring you on. Mrs. Irace, you've been doing a phenomenal job over this pandemic period on providing opportunities for our students and staff. And so we wanted to highlight some of those things, even as simple as borrowing a book. Mm-hmm. My wife texted me the other day, can you get this book from your library? It's not available on Amazon. Sure, go right on the website and do it. So many people might not be aware how easy you've made it. So I wanted you to give us an opportunity to share the website, some of that connectivity, and share some of the other clubs and programs that you're doing.
All right, well, first thing I want to show you guys how to do is how to actually find my library website, because that's where a lot of this information is located. So on your computer, head to the Sterling High School homepage, which you can get to from Sterling Bookmarks. It's that top link right there. And then all the library website is right here under Multimedia. And then scroll down to where it says Media Center Info. If you click on that link, it'll take you right to the library homepage. Which I do suggest you bookmark with a little star if you're on Chrome. Now from here, the first thing I'll show you is how to borrow that book. This is exactly what Mr. Claybourn did recently. So if you click on Destiny Discover, this link right here, or you can use this little link right there, it will open up our library database. And the first step I ask everybody to do is to just simply log in. So for your students, it's going to be your ID number. So you're going to use your ID number for both your username and your passwords. For staff, it's first initial, last name. After you type in your ID number for, again, both the username and for the password, hit submit.
I did this, and I followed the instructions right on the screen, and got right to there, found my book, checked it out, went down and got it, because you weren't here that day.
That's
We were
true.
remote, and but I got it super simple. So continue,
exactly,
please.
and I was able to see that you had it, so I was able to quickly add it in as a book for you. So it was
Very
very,
good.
very simple. And this is all you have to do. You know you did it right, by the way, if it says your first name right up here. So let's say this is the book that you're interested in reading, Hand on the Wall. You can search for it right up here, but you can also select books here. All you have to do is hit this little icon here that says hold. If you click that little hold icon, then I'll actually get a notification that says that you are interested in reading this book, and I will pull the book off the shelf. And if you are a remote student, I will put it in the main office where you can pick it up. Of course, I'll contact you on Teams first. And if you are a hybrid student, then I will actually bring the book to your first block class so that you can get it without having to touch anything. The whole thing's been very, very seamless. And when it's time to return your book, all you have to do is just reach out to me. I will either take the book straight from you, or if you're a remote student, you can just drop it off in the main office. The whole process is very, very simple. I also want to mention all our physical books have been quarantined for 3 days. So there's no chance of getting coronavirus, and we even wipe the cover on both sides to make sure that they're fully clean. So you are not going to be getting the coronavirus from our books, I promise.
Your contactless
Guaranteed.
circulation has been fantastic, and the processes have extended to the media center as well, so everything is safe.
Everything we do, and I'm hoping to eventually start doing some makerspace at home activities, and those will also be, and when that happens, we will maybe do a second video.
Yeah, for sure.
But then I will have a similar process in place for that. So this is our ebooks. That's our physical books, but our ebooks, going to close out of Destiny Discover, is this second link right here, Mac and Via. So if you click on this link, it will bring you here. And again, it's the same exact login you had for Destiny Discover, where it's your ID number for both the username and the password. For staff, it's your first initial, last name. You'll probably have to choose Sterling High School as your school for the first time you log into it, but after that, it won't ask you. Then just hit login, and it will bring you straight to this page. This has all of our ebooks and audiobooks, and we went from probably about 50 ebooks and audiobooks before COVID started to over 2,000, and more are coming soon. So we really have added a lot to this area. And borrowing books, you're already logged in, is as simple as searching for your book here, or choosing a book that you're interested in reading. For example, I highly recommend the book All American Boys. You can hit open now to view your book to see if you would like to check it out. But all you have to do to check it out is hit checkout. Oh, well, that book is currently so popular it's not in right now. But all you'd have to do is hit checkout, and the book would appear in your backpack right here over checkouts, and you can read these books. You can do this on your tablet, you can do this on your phone. There's an app that looks exactly like this website. It functions exactly the same way, which is very, very simple. And for anybody who's doing any research projects, especially with the end of the school year happening, if you look on the left-hand side, there's a tab that says databases. You can actually access all our databases from here as well. So it's very, very simple to get into. For example, Gale in Context is a really popular one. EBSCO Host and Explorer Secondary are both also very popular. You can just access them straight from this website, and it'll bring you
Mrs. Irace does an excellent job connecting with our teachers, specifically English when they're dealing with this, and that new course that's been, it's like 3 years old, the English Comp
composition,
course.
yes.
All of our freshmen take that as a grad requirement, and they go through all of those things. So if your student is a freshman that's coming through, they know how to access this information, which is fantastic.
Exactly. I know Mr. Carty uses these, Ms. O'Neill uses these. So I said, and really you can use these with pretty much any classes. I highly recommend them for history as well. So you can find them all here.
Very good.
Very, very simple. I'm going to close out of these and I'm going to go back to the main page. Now, many students have reached out to me and saying they really miss browsing for the book. They love coming to the library and looking at the shelves. They miss the whole process. So if you scroll down a little bit, I actually created a form on Office 360 finding a book in the shelf. So all you have to do is fill out a couple quick little questions, and then I have a whole bunch of categories you can select through, and anything that you're interested in reading, just click right off, hit submit. I get the thing, and then I'll actually kind of pull a couple books for you and then deliver those in the same way I would with the contactless circulation. So it's almost like a blind date with the book, kind of appropriate for Valentine's Day coming up. It's been a lot of fun. The couple kids who have done it have really enjoyed the whole process and have found books that they may not have gone for otherwise.
Great. So the Media Center is not limited to just accessing books or databases. You're also offering some different clubs to help spread the wealth and love in reading, right?
And we meet on Wednesdays. Yeah, we have 2 clubs, and if you're interested in signing up, we have the signups on that same page. If you scroll down a little bit, we have both the book club and the Girls Who Code Club. So if you are a reader and would like to join a group with other fellow readers who are really, really excited, we are called the Perusing Paladins. We just selected our first, we're actually reading 2 books because we want to make sure that everybody has a chance to kind of find something that connects with them. Our first 2 books are Good Girl's Guide to Myrtle, which we're really excited about. That one's been extremely popular, and The Cellar by Natasha Preston. If you are interested, if you're a reader and you would like to connect with us, we meet on Wednesdays at 2. Our next meeting is actually during that in-service day. So it's going to be at 2 p.m. on Wednesday. Reach out to me on Teams or fill out that form, and I will add you to our club. It's a really excellent group of kids. I think you'll really enjoy them.
It's, it's such a tough time, the remote time, the COVID, and having to do things through the computer, but thankful to you that you've created new spaces and we're using this as a resource to really start new things, new club, where we're not going to limit the fact that we can't be in person to stop us from doing some of these things. So that's great. So,
and can I tell you, I love these students so much. The camaraderie between them, they're all, it reminds me very much of being in person, how well everybody enjoys interacting with each other. We try to use creative different tools to kind of make sure everybody gets to speak up and show their voice, even if they don't feel comfortable unmuting. So it's really been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed my time with them, and I hope they've also been enjoying their time with them.
Great. So we're not going to go too much into it, but the makerspace is still heavy on our hearts. We want to prioritize it, and you have put in place some plans to push that out there.
Absolutely.
Right?
So heading back to my library website, I've been pushing this stuff out on Twitter as well, but it's all on my library website. There are a few ways we've been doing it. There is the 3D printing. That was super popular pre-COVID time, and I wanted to let everybody know that the 3D printer is open. If you enjoy designing things on 3D, all I ask is send me your designs on Teams or on email, and then I will print it out for you. And I will give it to you either in your first block class or I will drop it off in the main office. So I really want to make sure kids are still motivated to create. I have on this same 3D printer link, there is a section here for Tinkercad projects. So if you are brand new to this, I highly recommend starting with either Tinkercad or SculptGL. And I have a whole bunch of projects here that we've went through and done, and they come out really, really cute and successful. And so you can see, you can pick any of these, and it walks you step by step on how to actually make these. And once you kind of do a couple of these, it kind of makes it a lot easier for you to kind of start experimenting on your own.
I'm looking forward to getting with you to make a lightsaber kilt.
Well, that'll be my next print then.
Definitely need a lightsaber.
Yes. You have to tell me how big it is, because we have I don't know if you saw that picture of our 3D printer, but it is a big
Good
printer.
size.
We can print very, very large
All
things.
Right.
So
be ready.
I'm
It's
excited.
on my list.
Yes, awesome. So that's one of the main things I wanted to mention. And the other one is I've been putting together lots of makerspace at home videos. So on that same sidebar, if you click on the makerspace tab, there's a link here with all our different makerspace at home projects. And as I do them, I keep rolling them out and putting them on this website. So far, we've done 3. It's been salt jar ornaments, which has been really, really cute. Very simple, using things that are commonly found in everybody's household. I've really been trying to weed through the different projects that I've been finding to find things that is very accessible to everyone. So this one, for example, all you really need is salt, flour, water, an oven, some other little baking supplies and cookie cutters. If you want, you can paint them, but you really don't have to. It was a lot of fun. I did this one with my kids and we had a great time. Another one we did was a skull string art. Now, I did it on the skull because it was around Halloween when we put this together, but you can make pretty much any shape with this. And all you really need is a cork board or wooden nails, and then some string. You need a big old ream of string, and just wrap the whole thing up. And I love how this thing came out. This is that's the one that I actually made. And it took maybe like an hour or 2. Wasn't that long, but it was really, I love this. And we're going to be displaying it in the media center next year at Halloween.
Great.
So I'm really excited about that one.
Very good.
And the last one was an art project, I know art can be very intimidating for students. Sometimes people, the second they see a brush, they could kind of freak out. Well, if you want to bring some new life to your home without having to go through the whole process, I had a fun stamping canvas video. I use circles for mine, but you can stamp with pretty much anything. And then I made a couple really cool art pieces for my house. So.
Awesome.
So we're going to be putting more out here. Follow us on at Sterling Library. That's where I initially blast everything out.
Right.
But everything is on this website as well.
Okay, very good. So you also talked about having some additional resources for our test takers that are, whether you're PSAT or you're prepping for the SAT, you have some information there too.
I do. So on that same sidebar, right under the 3D printing tab, you can see I have an ACT, SAT, AP, and even the GED. I have various test-taking materials here. And what I really love about the test-taking materials here is that these are all PDFs that are downloadable. So you guys can download these into your computer and then mark them up all you want. I know a lot of kids have asked for those books, but you can't mark them up because we're borrowing to different students. So I always ask students to, please, I'll photocopy anything you need, but don't do that. These, you don't have to worry. They're your own copy. And you can see I have 3 SAT ones, 3 ACTs and SAT, a whole bunch for the AP. So for all our students in AP classes, there's going to be a lot of things in here for you. So you can see there's a AP English, AP United States Government, Biology, and even I have things for GED. So even though clearly we're not going to be working towards that here, but if you have a family member who maybe is looking to work on their GED, that's why I put those materials in there as well.
I love that there's so many resources you have, activities really for families, any level of student, academic level, there's things here for them. So if you have not spent some time perusing the library website, please do so. And if you just go show us one more time where that is on the main website, how to link to that.
So if you head over here from the Sterling High School homepage, it's in this tab on the side, Multimedia, Media Center info. And I forgot to talk about my second club, actually. My second club is the Girls Who Code Club, which is not just for girls. We have a few young men in there as well.
Okay.
And if you're interested in coding at all, again, it's another phenomenal group of kids. We're meeting on Wednesdays at 1. It's a Zoom meeting as well. And we're going to be learning the basics on a whole bunch of different systems. And once we kind of learn how to do these different coding systems, the first one we're going to be learning is Python, which is used in Google, and Netflix, and many of the other big sites right now. After we kind of learn the basics, you guys are going to be able to code your own projects, and we're going to be sharing those also on the library website. So I said, if you're interested in coding at all, phenomenal group of kids. I'm sure everybody would love working with them, and it's been really a lot of fun. So next meeting is Wednesday at 1.
Very good. Mrs. Irace, thank you for your commitment to not only continuing to spread the Media Center, but expanding what the Media Center offers, not only in normal times, but specifically in this pandemic time. So there's something that people can connect with at any time, whether it's accessing a book or coming up with a new project, new club. Thank you for what you do. So again, you're encouraged to go check that out. Mrs. Irace is available anytime via Teams and email, and of course, check out her website. Okay?
Thank you very much for letting me come on today.
Absolutely. We're happy to highlight what you do. So with that, that is our show for the day. If you have any questions, again, I encourage you to get with your guidance counselor. Make sure you are prepared for S2. Check those grades in on-course. And it's been an awesome week this week to see students in person. Hopefully we'll see you soon as well. Have a great day and weekend. And as always, go Knights.